Well, greetings and welcome in to Naked, Nudists, and Naturists, episode 82 today. Glad that you are with us for this 82nd straight Saturday. Well, again, you're listening to Naked, Nudists, and Naturists, episode 82, and with the music in the background, that can only mean one thing, and you know what it is. It's time for the great, the terrific, the one-of-a-kind, the fully over-the-top, fully clothes-free, and fully smiling, our naturism correspondent, Lisa Monroe.
Well, you know, there's that old adage, one bad apple. And and all it takes is one person that is, not a true naturist, but is there for those deviant reasons, as he said, to mess it up for everybody. Just to be not as eloquent as him, it just messes it up. And it keeps us from being able to say we are not those people, because, again, how do you keep them out? I remember the bike ride in New Orleans. I did not participate. I was a bystander watching. Mm-hmm. It was fun. It was, it was New Orleans. It was whimsical. People had weird hats on or tutus and naked with a tutu on or whatever. And yet there were still people who were standing around and they were making terrible comments about the people who were going by. So, you can't, it's, I guess, human nature to be rude. To feel important by, making comments like that. But it is a really big situation for us. It's even a situation within the naturist communities like resorts and so forth. They're very restrictive about who they let in for fear that they're going to let someone in who's like that.
And whether they're beginners, people thinking about it, people heard about it, or people who have been naturists for 150 years, we cater to everybody, and we appreciate everybody out there. So hang with us. Thank you for being here. And Lisa Monroe, go out there and have a great clothes-free week, and we'll see you next week.
You too, Frank, and to everyone, same thing, and bye.
Bye. Glad that you're with us today. You're listening to Naked, Nudists, and Naturists, episode 82 today. Hope you're having a clothes-free hour with us. And now let's get to part 2 of my interview with Matt, the Bearded Naked Yogi from the UK. Well, what's it like being a yoga teacher, and specifically a teacher of naked yoga? Do people look upon you differently? Are you accepted within the yoga community, or how does all that work, and any challenges that you face along the way?
I think I've been quite fortunate, I suppose. I teach. I've been teaching yoga for 10 years. I've been teaching naked yoga now for nearly 5 years. And the relationships that I have with other yoga teachers have always been perfectly pleasant. Perfectly, there's that sense of great curiosity about it. There's a sense of cheering each other on. The community of yoga as a general rule tends to be one that's very, very supportive of each other. Like I say, there are always going to be people that want to criticize or make stories up that are just complete fallacies about this. But that's human nature. That could apply to yoga. It could apply to absolutely anything. If somebody wants to have an opinion, then that's absolutely their right. Some of the challenges that I faced with the naked teaching, as opposed to when I was predominantly teaching clothed yoga in studios in London when I lived there, was I think it's people's, perhaps let's call it people's intentions of sexualizing something which is completely non-sexual. And I find that quite a challenge myself. And thank you so much for today, Frank. I've absolutely loved this. And if my t-shirt horrifies you so much, I'm going to take it off, you see. I'm going to risk pneumonia here in the freezing UK.
Now that's a dedicated.
It's so cold, Frank. It's so cold.
You are willing to get pneumonia just to help out the show. I think that's great.
Showbiz is showbiz, Frank. The show's got to go on, hasn't it?
All right. Again, Matt, the Bearded Naked Yogi, and he really is naked now, so we can call him that once again. Matt, go out there and have a great clothes-free day if you can in the UK. We'll talk again soon.
Thank you very much. Look after yourself, Frank. Thanks for having me.
You too. Thank you. The very terrific Matt, the Bearded Naked Yogi from the UK. What a great guy, a terrific human being, a great yoga teacher, and a great practitioner of yoga. Check him out. His contact information is in the show notes. And we thank Matt, the Bearded Naked Yogi, for all of his time on these last two shows. And on episodes 83 and 84, our featured guest will be Cindy Tendick. She is one of the managing partners for the Shangri-La Ranch in Arizona. She's also the president of AANR, the Western Region. Well, you've been listening to Naked, Nudists, and Naturists, episode 82 today. We give you a brand new show every Saturday morning at 6 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. Continue to join us. Check us out on our website, nakednudistandnaturist.com, Spotify, Google, Amazon/Audible, Apple Podcasts, and also on Twitter. You can write us anywhere, anytime, any place. And we thank you for being with us today. Plan to join us for every single one of our shows here and have your clothes off when you're listening. We have our clothes off when we're broadcasting, enjoying the naturist life.
We celebrate clothes-free living for all. Remember to enjoy being naked and join us again for Naked, Nudists, and Naturists.
We drop a brand new show every Saturday morning, so come back and join us. Have your clothes off when you do for Naked, Nudists, and Naturists. Have a great clothes-free day.